Welcome back to CBH4K, and it's me reading the news about Total War. Well, not reading the news, but more like, I wouldn't say reacting, but analyzing what they're saying here. They're basically saying, we're sorry. Now, I'm, for one, always tell people to be the bigger person, accept the apology. You could try and stand on I don't want to accept your apology from you, but it's better just to accept the apology and hear the person out. Well, it depends on what they did. Like if they blew up the moon, we're sorry isn't going to count it, could it? But yeah, we're sorry seems fine. This seems like a good place. From right here is basically they're gonna reduce Shadows of Change, which is good. People were upset by that. It was going to release in February. By the way, the creator program has been put on pause. I saw it on a post in Reddit, so take that with a grain of salt, a big old grain of salt, because it's on Reddit. But it would make sense that they would want to take a break till February, because let's be honest, it didn't go down. The last few months have not been kind to Total War. Mostly just fandom. The Shadows of Change being redone is a good idea. Thrones of Decay has been pushed back. Well, yeah, it makes sense it's coming out in April. Let's be real here. They should have pushed it back sometime in November. Look, we're going to push it back to November. In November, they should just announce, we're pushing it back to April. But I think they were still figuring things out, still trying to put things together. A lot of they were looking to put together a complete mission statement of the next few months rather than just one thing or two things here and there. They wanted to do a well thought out message. That would be my guess. My guess from everything that's going on. Let's see, Pharaoh. Oh, Pharaoh. I think that's about it. That's that happy holidays in there. And I don't know too much about Pharaoh because I did not buy it. I did not look at it. But they're gonna give refunds by the looks of it. It's to your Steam wallet. And it's basically off the Deluxe and Destiny Edition, Dynasty Edition. And that's a nice thing, but people have started to ask, well, you're probably only giving this back because you couldn't meet the promises in these editions. I don't know what was in these editions. Again, I didn't buy it. And then the first pay deal was supposed to release in early 2024, but now it's going to be a free update for everyone that owns the game instead of a DLC. And I think that's probably going to be the only update you're going to get for this game, probably. I don't know. They say reassessing what's next for Pharaoh. But I'm going to be real with you guys. That's probably going to be the only update you guys are going to get from it. It's probably going to be the end of it. Not because I don't have faith in CA. It's just that what's the profit in it? What's the interest in it? What's the overall whatever? Overall success that's going to come from putting more effort into Pharaoh. If it's going to be very low, if they predict it's going to be very low, then they're not going to touch it. I mean, they're not going to spend money that they're not going to make back. They're not going to spend money that they're not going to make back or get some sort of benefit or profit out of it. If they're not making any sort of profit out of putting resources on it, then they're not going to put resources on it. It's just that simple. It's unfortunate that Pharaoh's not doing well. It really is unfortunate. And I'll tell you why. We could always do with more Total War eras and places. If they made this Bronze Age Total War, I feel like this would have done better. I feel like if they would said Bronze Age Total War and they made it a bigger map, I feel like it would have done much better. If you guys get my drift, they increased the scope. But as it stands now, it's kind of like a Saga game. And Saga games are okay, but There's sort of like snacks until you get to the big Total Wars, like Attila or Rome or Medieval. People are still waiting for Medieval 3, by the way. I don't know if you're listening from CIA, you should just do Medieval Total War as your next one, or Empire Total War, or War World. Like you, there's a lot of Total Wars you can focus on in the eras of mankind. Before we sign up, our voices that we shows behind the scenes. Our goals, yeah. So they're basically saying sorry, we flipped out on everybody and started blocking them on the Total War forums on Steam. I don't know what happened there. I don't know why they did that. I don't know what possessed them to do that. Wow, that was crazy. Even if, well, if the posts are really nasty, then I get why you ban them. Like if they say something really nasty in the forums, it's like, okay, you're gone. I got that. But if it's criticism about the product, I would probably say maybe you should just read the feedback a little bit and sort of treat the product you're making, like the game or the book or whatever you're doing, and treat that as a separate thing from you instead of having your emotions tied to it. Because if you have your emotions tied to it, you tend to lash out. But yeah, I think it's a good start. This apology is a good start. Do I think the community should accept it? I can't speak for the community as a whole, but I will accept this part of the apology as a consumer. Me personally, I will accept it so long as they can promise better service. If they and actually follow through on that promise. They can't just promise things. They can't just apologize. They have to actually make amends with their consumer base. Can make amends if Total War can come back, because this is a very unique franchise. Like very few franchises have a campaign map where you wage war with other factions. Like that's super rare. I can kind of like the only thing that's come close to it is maybe something like XCOM or Civilization, but nothing is on the grand scale of Total War. With the battles having like being tactical and you having thousands of troops at your command. Yeah. Okay, that does it for me. Thank you for watching, listening, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. This is ZBH4K, and this has been me talking about Total War for a few minutes. Bye-bye.